This is crucial. So actually today we have decided that we will be having some Monte Carlo simulation or Markov chain simulation in the afternoon. Because of the voice issues, I couldn't able to deliver a proper let me check my voice settings again. Hello. Hello. Hello guys.
Hello guys.
Seems like this is working now. So guys, we talking about the Markov chain simulation. So actually I missed it in the afternoon because I had some some voice quality issues with the stream. So this is I think sorted out. So now I think we can go ahead and actually and have a proper session. I hope you're able to hear my voice, and if you're not able to hear my voice, please let me know.
And have a proper session.
Okay, so I'll be opening up my sheet. We have done a bit of work already on that. Okay, so we have discussed four stages. The first stage is lead time less than 20 days, lead time in between 20 to 25 days, lead time which is 25 to 30 days, and lead time more than 35 days. Right, this is what we have discussed. And there are four stages, and if we already know that higher the inventory means if we increase the inventory means we have to pay, we have to increase the inventory means we have to put money on the inventory. If the inventory can only be increased with maybe two reasons mathematically. One is the demand, another the lead time. So lead time is lead time of supply, right? This is a lead time of supply. So if the lead time of supply increases, right, if the inventory is going to increase, so demand, the basic formula. I'm not going any complicated formula over here. So this is demand into lead time is the inventory. The moment the lead time increases, right, because this is a product, the moment the lead time, suppose demand is, let's put demand as constant, and lead time is 2, the inventory is 30 days. If let's increase the lead time from 2 to 3 days, it becomes 15 to 3 45 days, right? So if we increase the lead time to 5, it becomes 75 days. So what we are saying is the inventory is increasing as the lead time is increasing, right? So if you look at here, if you look at here, the demand is lead time is 20 days and 20 25 days and 25 30 days and 35 days. So how this if the inventory increase, how this going to impact the inventory? So this is how we see. The moment we increase the lead time, right? Lead time is the inventory goes up. So this is the reason why we need to have a strategy or a model to actually understand how we can actually control the lead time. So a supplier is there. A supplier actually is trying to is actually, of course, a supplier is not actually will not actually try to increase the lead time, or will not try to deliver the supply or raw materials to you at a very high lead time, right? They will not do intentionally, because they do understand that if they have to get consistent business from you, they have to do they have to do deliveries, or maybe efficient and effective deliveries. So this is your fact. Suppose you are a factory, right, and your upstream partner is your supplier. Upstream means where from from the stakeholder you get your supplies, right? And your downstream supplier is a downstream customer. Downstream is your customer, that is your distributor, right? This is your small supply chain, and your job is to supply the products to the down to the distributor. That means you have to convert the raw materials into finished goods. Okay, so your job is that you have to get the raw materials from the supplier, you have to process it, and then after processing it, you have to and you have to sell it to the distributor. This is what your actual role is. Now, so the moment you get, if this lead time increases, right? If this lead time increases, means the supply you get from the supplier, the raw materials you get from supplier, right? If the lead time increases, means you have to increase your inventory. You have to increase your inventory, right? Because if you increase your inventory, then only you will be able to meet your finished good demands or the finished good forecast, because your most of the products I think would be on the make to stock strategy, make to stock strategy, right? So if you have a make to stock strategy, means you have done your forecasts. You have done your forecasts. That's why. So you have to get your raw materials in advance from your supplier, and then you have to manufacture them in advance. You have to store the finished goods in advance, and as per the demand you receive from your distributor, means you receive as per the purchase orders you receive from the distributor. Based upon that, you are going to deliver the goods to the distributor, right? That is what the supply chain is all about, the small supply chain. So the inventory is going to increase if the lead time increases from your supplier. Stock more finished goods because the inventory is very high. Means because our lead time is very high for supplier, so you have to also store finished goods in large quantities. So the cash to cash cycle time, at the finished goods area, from the raw material to finish, this is going to take a lot of time, because you are investing a lot more into finished goods, then you get your money from your distributor. So this the cash to cash cycle time, the investment on the investment on from the raw material side till the manufacturing, the time is which is a long time, right? This is the time you're spending on the spending to get your finished goods, right? Right now, the time, right? This time is a waiting time, and then then distributor is there. So the cash to cash cycle time is going to get higher when and as the lead time, you're increasing, the cash to cash cycle also goes high. So of course you are investing a lot more money in getting your inventory. Also the invested return capitals, return cash from the invest on the the length of time on which you have to receive your invested cash, return cash from the investments, also will go high. There is another problem which we have. So to solve this problem, we're trying to understand a pattern, a pattern of suppliers delivery. Right? If I know this suppliers daily pattern, then I can do some kind of mitigation, and that mitigation will be able to will help me will help actually solve the problem. So let us see the mitigation. What kind of mitigation we can do? Now there is a pattern here. Like say supplier. What suppose before we could reach the pattern, what I want, right? I want the deliveries to be happening. Suppose this is my less than 20 days, right? This is 20 to 25 days, and this is a 25 to 30 days, and this is more than 35 days. So what I ideally want suppliers to deliver the goods within this bracket. This is what ideal means. I want this delivery to be done from supplier in less than 25 days. If this area supplier delivers in this particular range, right? If this is not an ideal case, right? So what I want ideally is that I want supplier to limit the deliveries within this particular bracket, right? I don't want this. Okay. So what is the pattern what are the pattern or what are the insights we can actually get to understand through which we can actually get the maximum deliveries from the supplier within this bracket of less than 25 days. That's what the problem is, and that's how look at this. We have to look at the pattern and solution from it. So let's say I'm going to do simulations. Let's say I'm going to do some 10 simulations. And this is a historical simulation. I'm not doing anything new over here. Okay. So this is my, let me say, supply. This is a 10 orders which I have given to supplier, and this 10 orders. What was the delivery pattern of the supplier in terms of the lead time? Okay. So this is first outcome. This is the second outcome. This is a third outcome, and this is a fourth outcome. Okay. We have 4 outcomes. And here, suppose the supplier, the first delivery, well, historically, when we gave the first order to supplier, he has delivered in less than 20 days. In the second order, he gave us in the third bracket, and the third order he gave us on the 130 days, right? The fourth order he gave us in this range. Fifth order he gave us in this range. Okay. Sixth order he gave us in this range. Seventh order he gave us in this range, right? Eighth order he gave us in this range. Ninth order he gave us in this range, and 10th order he gave us in, right? This is a pattern which I have from the supplier. So what from this particular simple model, a simple pattern, what we can try to understand. Okay, the first thing we can understand is that whenever he delivers in less than 20 days, right, does he repeat that delivery performance? To ask from the pattern is, does he repeat the delivery performance? I'm not seeing anywhere second simulation, third simulation, fourth simulation. And the first thing we have to look at the next consecutive delivery, right? So the next consecutive delivery, we are not seeing the repetition of less than 20 days. So what is the pattern here? What is the insight available here? The insight available here is that supplier will not deliver less than 20 days consecutively, right? The next order, if you give the supplier will not deliver the not going to deliver the order in less than 20 days in the next consecutive order. So I will not expect supplier to deliver in less than 20 days again. That's what the pattern I'm able to see in this particular simulation. Supplier will not give me the next delivery in less than 20 days. So this is a outlier. I will not get that particular delivery performance for supplier getting repeated again. Now, if you look at the second pattern, the second one is that 20-25 days. So, are we seeing any kind of repetition, consecutive orders, order performance in 20-25 days? No. If you look at here, there is no repetition. Since 10 deliveries, after the fourth occurrence, it is on the sixth occurrence we are getting a delivery, not on the fifth. After 6th, we are getting ninth order, getting a delivery on within 20-25 days. but not on 7th and 8th. After the 9th, we are not getting 10th delivery as a consecutive delivery. So what I can see from the pattern is that yes, there might be a chance that we may get another order, another delivery in within lead time of 20-25 days in this particular range, but not consecutively, right? This is what we are actually seeing over here. Let's say 25 to 30 days. Again, if you say 30 to 35 days, there is a repetition, 5th, 6th, and 7th. So chances that two consecutive deliveries will be having a lead time of 20 to 25 to 30 days. There's a huge chance of that, right? So if I am giving the order to supplier and expectations on supplier to deliver the order within the lead time of 25 to 30 days, right, is quite high. Once to the two consecutive deliveries we are going to receive from supplier within 25 to 30 days, that is a huge chances there, right? So among less than 20 days, 20 25 days, 25 to 30 days, the likelihood of getting a consecutive order, right, to be repeated within the lead time 25 to 30 days is very high as compared to the first two outcomes. The last outcome, if you see the last outcome also, we don't have anywhere the consecutive deliveries happening. Hmm? So this is the first thing we need to see in the pattern, whether there is a consecutive deliveries are happening or not. Okay, so out of the four outcomes, what we see, 25 to 30 days, right? 25 to 30 lead time is the outcome which has chances of having the consecutive deliveries. Now, second part we will see is, so how many times a outcome has occurred out of the total simulations. So let's say we have 10 simulations. Out of 10 simulation, one simulation only less than 20. When we talk about the outcome less than 20 days, so there is only one occurrence which has occurred in less than 20 days. So I'll say this is 1 by 10. Out of 10, there is only one time we see less than 2 days delivery has happened, right? Similarly, if we look at the second outcome, 20 to 25 days, we have three occurrences out of 10. So three times out of 10, we had an outcome, lead time outcome of 20 to 25 days, right? And the third is 25 to 30 days, right? Between 25 to 30 days, we are getting one, three, four times, 4 by 10. So after 10 times, 4 times we're getting 25 to 30 days lead time delivery performance from supplier. And the last is the last outcome, that is more than 30 days. So here we are seeing 2 times out of 10. Okay, 2 times out of 10. So which outcome has the highest likelihood, right? If I want to ask this question, the 25 to 30 days, which which outcome is the next one in the ranking, that is 20 to 25 days. This is what we want. We want 20 to 25 days as the as the as the outcome, because this is what we want. But anything above 20 to 25 days is not an ideal outcome, right? 25 to 30 days is not an ideal outcome, but 20 to 25 days is an ideal one. And the 1 by 10, that is the first outcome, that is less than 20 days. We want this to have, if this increases less than 20 days, I think we are going to be in a very good situation of supply chain, right? Because if the lead time is less, we have to keep lesser inventory, and cash to cash cycle time will also be very less, right? And if you talk about other aspects like the inventory, right, the inventory performance, and all those things will be very, very, very good. So right now we have seen two patterns. One pattern is that which outcome is consecutively occurring, right? And second is we are trying to see each outcome on the individual level. So if this two out, we have seen two scenarios over here. Okay. So this is an individual outcome, right? Now we'll see the consecutive, right? The consecutive also let's measure that. So consecutively, here nothing is happening. That 0 by 10, we have seen that nothing is happening. And here, if you look at here, here also 0. Here there is 1, 2, and here is 0. Right? So consecutive also we have measured, individual also we have measured, right? Now, the third thing we measure is what are the chances of an outcome transition from one outcome to another outcome. Okay, what meaning of this? If I talk about transition, what is transition? Suppose supplier's first delivery is in less than 20 days. This is first delivery. Second delivery is 20 to 25 days. So what is the probability of, what is the chances that the transition happening from first delivery to second delivery, from one outcome to second outcome? So less than 20 is the first outcome, 20-25 is second outcome. How many times the transition happening from first outcome to second outcome, right? So like this, we're going to understand like less than 20, 20 to 25, 25 to 30, and more than 30, right? So I'm going to build the same same outcomes over here. Less than 20, 20 to 25, 25 to 30, and more than 30, right? So now we have a table, and this is a matrix. Right? This is a matrix. Now, what I'm saying here is that so less than 20 to less than 20. So we have seen here the consecutively same outcome is 0 for the first, right? We already measured it. 20 to 25, 0. 25 to 30, 25 to 30, that is 0.2. Okay, and this is 0. We have already measured this same outcomes, consecutive outcomes. We already measured it. This is what the consecutive areas. Okay. Now what we will measure is 20 to 25 to less than 20. So let's go with the first one. Less than 20 to 20 to 25. So what is how many times from less than 20 to 2025? Suppose the first outcome, first calculation, we have less than 20. The simulation has to be 2025. So how many times that has happened? So 0. So 0 by 0, 0 by 10, 0. Now let's see less than 20 to 25 to 30. Less than 20, yes, there is a possibility here. So 1 by 10, that is 0.1. Right? So this has conditional probability. So the small error, which I will explain later. So like this, we are going to build our, this is 0, 20, 25, 25 to 30, 20 to 25, and 25 to 31, 2, right? There's 2 times. So this will be 0.2, 20, 25 to 25, more than 30, 20, 25, and more than 30. So we have one occurrence here, and only one occurrence is here. So 1 by 10, that is 0.1. Small error is there, and that will correct during the Excel. 25 to 30 to 20, right? 25 to 30 and 20 0. 25 to 30, 20 to 25, 25 to 30 to 20 25. This is 25 to 30. Okay, there is a one time is here, so 1 by 10, that is 0.1. 25 to 30 more than 30. 25 to 30 to more than 30, there is 1. Oh, this, nothing happened. This more than 30, 20 to 25, more than 30, and 30, no, there is no such. Yeah, there is one occurrence is here. So 1 by 10, that is 0.1. More than 30 to 25 to 30, this is more than 30, and 25 to 30, yeah, no, no, no. So there is no occurrence which is happening after this. This is 0. There is only one error here. We'll correct it later. Okay, but this is pattern. There is no occurrence which is right. So this is how we are trying to build the patterns. So first pattern is we understood the individual probabilities. Second pattern is we try to understand the consecutive probabilities of same outcome repeating one after another. And the third pattern we are trying to understand is the transition probability. This is the transition probabilities. Right, this is transition probability. Means we are trying to understand a supplier delivering the order, a supplier delivering the order in from one out at on the orders in two different outcomes in two different times, right? So how that is happening? So from sometimes he is delivering less than 20, and the next time is delivering 20 25. How many times that is happening? If he is delivering one at a time 20 25, and next time is delivering 25 to 30, how many times is that is happening? So if we know this pattern, this is going to help us to understand the in the supplier's mentality, supplier's performance. And once we know this pattern, then we are going to do lot of understanding about supply chain, suppliers deliverability, right? So these three things are very important from the point of Markov chain simulation. If you want to understand some Markov chain simulation, I have to understand these first three individual probabilities, consecutive probabilities, and the transition probabilities. If I understand these three, then I think I am in a very good position to build the predictive model. Right? So we will see the predictive model in the next session tomorrow night 9 o'clock. I don't want to do a lot of put a lot of algorithms at one time, and we'll also do all these things in Excel. Tomorrow is very important for you if you want to understand how this model works in Excel. So this is a concept which I have explained, this algorithm which I have explained. So this algorithm we will apply in the Excel model, and then we will come up with the prediction, right? So guys, so if you have any questions on this, please do post your queries. And this is a very powerful technique to understand your suppliers performance. And one more thing, this chain is not limited to this lead time case study. You can apply in n number of case studies. to understand the patterns of a particular process, and then from that process you want to come up with some kind of outcomes, and those outcomes would be predictive outcomes, and those predictive outcomes will be very helpful for you to derive some kind of understanding about your variables on the process, right? So please share if you like this video, like this stream. Please like and share so that it spreads to multiple people, and they also get the benefit about this stream. And if they have any questions, on my they can come up on the social media itself, or if they are not comfortable on social media, they can actually also write. I'll be sharing my oh my god, I didn't share my screen. Okay. So guys, I'll be sharing my video over here. So having a so guys, if you want to understand more about this model and all, so you can actually email me on this krishna@mathel.com, or you can WhatsApp me also over here. So let me share the model once again. So this is a model. So I didn't share this page. No problem. Tomorrow we'll do the Excel model, and you will get to know all this algorithm tomorrow. So please do join tomorrow 9 p.m. or 9 p.m. Indian Standard Time in our Facebook page and our Facebook groups or Twitter. Right, you will get to understand a lot about this model. Okay, guys. Thank you very much. Good night. Take care.